all of which have been on ZST, which is a promotion here in Japan.
Coming to the corner. Coming to the corner is his opponent, Mr. Tetsu Hidero. And you'll be able to distinguish him from the other fighter in that he looks very distinctly like a baby.
The baby-faced assassin right there, Pierre. And have you seen his corner man there following him? I think he's dressed as some kind of a crazy banana hybrid.
Well, this is
is that supposed to be hair, or is that supposed to be a breast there, Pierre?
no comment.
Well, that's one way to make an entrance.
Now, I wonder if Masanori is going to be confused by this or find it as funny as we do.
It's certainly a way to try and distract your opponent, let's put it that way.
Now, looking at on paper, it's Tetsu Hidero actually has a lot more fights than Kanehara. So on paper, you would expect Tetsu Hidero to actually come out with the win.
Yeah, I agree in theory. However, it is always difficult to judge these things. The thing with the Japanese fighters is they're just so skilled and well-rounded. You can really never tell, you know. So yeah, we do have an experience factor. We also have a bit of a size factor by the looks of things.
Kanehara has him probably by a couple inches in height.
Oh,
you think?
at least, yeah, 6 inches plus, I'd say.
I'd like to see the reach difference. See if that factors into this fight.
Has he taken that mask off yet? Oh, an illegal low shot right there. Referee just stopping the contest, give him a few moments to recover. Now, Pierre, as a professional fighter yourself, have you ever been kicked in the nether regions, as it were?
I have, and sometimes it's kind of like a delayed reaction. You get kicked, the adrenaline's pumping, but then, you know, like a couple seconds later, you're like, your stomach hurts. But a good ref will be able to see that, split up the action, and then will give you that rest period to recover.
Of course, all the fighters do wear groin protection. So here we go, let's see what we can do. A nice strong opening kick there, exchange of punches.
Now we've gone into the clinch with Kanehara pushing him back into the ring. Now I wonder if this is going to set up a takedown or if he just wants to work like some dirty boxing along with the clinch work.
Be nice to see some, there we go, some knees, lovely. Also be good to see some knees into the thighs maybe as well.
Now with the size difference, Hidero needs to get the underhooks because as the taller man, if he can get him up on his tippy toes, it's going to be very easy to take him down.
Yeah, obviously the shorter man's going to have a lower centre of gravity, so that does of course come into factor. Oh, nice trip attempt there.
Just going back. Now Tetsu Hidero,
there we go.
nice
reversal.
Straight into mount.
Straight to mount, lovely, very good.
Now you see that he's grapevining his legs from the top position. That's to keep control of the bottom half. It makes it very awkward and hard for the bottom man to move and to create space. Although saying that,
he's done exactly that. It's a butterfly guard back out with the up kicks. Very nice.
Now you see
fighting for side control there.
Tetsu Hidero was actually trying to move out to side mount, but has ended up in an omoplata attempt, turning out.
Yeah, not going to get that for sure.
Now this is kind of an interesting position here.
Okay.
I would call this a stalemate because neither man is going to be able to do anything effective.
But there again, both fighters are probably not too keen to let go immediately. As as soon as they let go from here, you're going to get a scramble, and he could end up in the worst position. There we go. Oh dear.
Exactly.
Straight on his back. Looks like he's got the hooks in. Working there from the rear naked choke. No, he's turned out of it. Back to mount.
Now, that was a good scramble, a good transition right there. You definitely don't want to end up, in mount position.
This is the beauty of the fights with some of the lighter fighters, especially those that are well grounded on the floor. Is they're just so quick and smooth. Obviously, you don't get that speed with the heavier fighters than the heavyweights. So as a ground game, the lightweights can often be amongst the most exciting to watch just because of the speed.
And it seems like they never ever get tired. It's action upon action upon action, and they just keep going.
Yeah. All the fighters here will be extremely well conditioned, as you can tell by the shape that these guys are in.
Now, Tetsu Haidaro has the body lock to the takedown. Look for him to advance to side position. Side mount here. Although he has side mount, Kanehara still protected himself.
Working a few knees in. Not amazingly powerful, that's just the strength of the leg, no real gravity in there, but a few of those into the ribs, certainly going to take their toll. Possibly work for the footlocks, but yeah.
Now he's got that in. Kanehara's
turned. Yeah, he's got out of that nicely. He's not safe yet, but if he can keep the lock up top there, keep the pressure forward, he should be able to work his way out of there.
Now what Kanehara doesn't want to do is to let Tetsu Haidaro extend him fully out. Very nice escape.
That's a knee on belly. Take it back to standing.
Nice exchange of punches.
Flying knee attempt.
Now this is the second time that Tetsu Haidaro has reversed the position to end up on the top. I would assume that Tetsu Haidaro probably has a better knowledge of the takedowns as well as the grappling.
Yeah. He seems to have been pretty much dominant on the floor so far. He's had a couple of submission attempts in there, and he's also getting himself in the correct position for ground and pound.
Now we're coming on to 30 seconds left in the round. If I'm Kanehara's corner, I'm going to tell him, try to keep it up on the feet, use your distance, and set up the punches, and wait for him to shoot in and possibly catch him with a knee or uppercut.
Yeah. We're in the closing seconds now of the first round. Oh, very nice with the up kicks there. He's starting to look very, very tired. I think the round couldn't have come any sooner there.
Now, we have Kanehara, who is the taller of the fighter, and we have the Tetsu Haidaro, who's the shorter of the fighter. He had very good takedown reversals.
He did, yeah.
But again, I'd like to see him with more submission attempts. Oh, saying
nice
that.
Left hook there. Body kick, weak left hand there, just coming in off the kick. There's the up kicks. He used those very, very effectively, don't you think, Pierre?
Yeah, and he's catching with the heel of the foot.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to score that round, who would you put ahead?
I think it's got to be Tetsu Haidaro.
With the reversals on the takedowns?
Yeah, more control on the ground as well. I think Kanehara really only had the last round on the stand-up. He was good with the reversals from the submissions. But he didn't really look to finish the fight at any stage.
Kanehara just threw a kick and then a foot jab, but he's throwing a lot of singles, and because he's throwing singles and not combinations, that's allowing Tetsu Haidaro to come in. Because if you don't respect that there's going to be punches and bunches or combinations, then one kick straight in.
You can hear now that both of these fighters are starting to breathe very, very heavily. And of course, this is going to have a factor on who's going to take the fight as it goes into the later minutes of the fight. The conditioning of these fighters will become more and more of a factor.
Nice whizzer attempt by Kanehara. Still, Tetsu Haidaro ends up top position.
Taking side mount, working those knees into the ribs again.
Now, even though you mentioned there's not a lot of power on those knees, but sometimes they throw punches or the knees just to get their opponent to move.
Absolutely, yeah.
again, with the up kicks, which, as you stated before, is very effective for Kanehara.
Gripping both arms there, which makes me think he's going to try and spin off for a possible armbar attempt. Either that or he's just holding his arm so to stop his opponent punching. So this is where the conditioning is going to become a factor. You can see that some of the strikes not as powerful as they were in the first round.
Tetsu Haidaro's again inside position, moving to north-south from side mount.
They also call that the 69 position, don't they, Pierre?
Yes, they do. And
why is that?
I'm going back to the no comment. Nice position by Tetsu Haidaro, taking the back.
Trying to work one of his hooks in there.
Now, you yourself, as somebody who trains almost on a daily basis, I'm sure you've heard the phrase "position before submission."
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Basically, what Pierre's referring to, for those that are quite new to the sport, is when people are fighting on the ground in this kind of manner, you tend to get a bit of a scramble, which is when both fighters, neither has a strong position. So a bit of a scramble there. But basically, it refers to the floor. Oh, very nice. Oh, very, very nice.
You could hear the thud off that right cross from Kanehara.
Now here we go to the floor. Now, in a position like that, as soon as you get into a position like this, either fighter needs to establish their position before they start to punch or they try to spin off for a submission attempt. If you don't get a good base, if you don't set your weight down correctly, it's very, very easy for your opponent to flip you off or reverse you or even get a submission of your own. So always make sure you've got a good solid base and a good solid position before you start to work from that position.
I mean, how many times have you seen before a guy rushes the submission without the good position and then just gets shucked off?
Absolutely, yeah.
Ends up in a
normally rolled off.
Exactly. Front headlock moving. Kanehara stops the spin out to the back. Now, like you said, condition is definitely going to play a factor because both fighters seem to have kind of slowed the pace down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And the two competitors that we have here are amongst the lighter competitors in the event. You can imagine when you get to the guys that are over 100 kilograms and you're fighting for 10, maybe 15 minutes, maybe longer, just what a toll that can take on the human body. And so you really do need to be conditioned. You need to be a tip-top professional level athlete to compete at this level.
And we have a rear naked choke attempt here. However, Kanehara is 2-on-1 with the arms, trying to prevent the connection for the rear naked choke. Now Kanehara needs to spin, 180 degrees to end up back in Tetsu Haidaro's guard. Back to guard, yeah. That would definitely be a better position for him. Tetsu Haidaro has actually
locked off an arm. He's managed to get that out.
Switched over to the arm bar. Now Tetsu Haidaro ate a lot of leather there.
What a reversal. We've gone right round. Completely opposite way around.
Now, it happened the same way with Kanehara stealing the last 5 to 10 seconds of the second round, just like he did in the first.
Yeah, that round for me was probably a lot closer than the first.
Nice D.
Nice.
Now, just looking at the
nice jab there too.
Just looking at the markings on the face, Kanehara looks, unmarked, whereas you could tell that Tetsu Haidaro has taken a couple punches as well as up kicks.
Yeah, I think for the damaging strikes, I think certainly it is that way around. Yeah, I do think Kanehara certainly had the stronger strikes. I mean, this guy right now looks like he's been in a fight.
Now, as a corner man, you need to be telling your guy, okay, this is the last round. How bad do you want it? Oh, actually.
So the judges.
ドロー。ジャッジ和田。青、金原。ジャッジ松本。青、金原。
Oh,
以
there
上
we go.
判定の結果、金原選手判定
Oh,
が
we
定
have
まりました。
unanimous.
Now, Dale, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little bit surprised at that because I thought that it was a lot closer than that.